I'm here today to review the TV show entitled Angel. It is an American TV series. It is a spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The show aired from October 5th of 1999 to May 19th of 2004. And it stars David Boreanaz as Angel, Charisma Carpenter as Cordelia Chase. It has James Marsters as William the Bloody, aka Spike, J. August Richards as Charles Gunn, Amy Acker as Winifred Burkle, Alexis Denisof as Wesley Wyndham Price, so on and so forth. And it's basically about this guy named Angelus who tries to redeem himself by killing vampires, but the ironic thing is he himself is a vampire. What happened was he was a vicious killer. He went around killing people for the hell of it, for the enjoyment of it, and he was cursed with a soul by gypsies. So he figured by moving to Los Angeles and killing demons, that would somehow make up for what he did. And he has a bunch of people that help him. That's basically the plot. I can't really point out any favorite storylines that I liked. I guess if I had to pick one of my favorite storylines is when Winifred Burkle, played by Amy Acker, got stuck in a dimension called Pylea, and it's basically a dimension where demons enslave humans, and they refer to humans as cows. And I forgot to mention that Andy Hallett portrays Crevlorn Swath of the Deathwalk clan, aka Lorne. Andy Hallett passed away in real life in March of 2009. He was one of my favorite characters in the series. Winifred Burkle was trapped in Pylea. She disappeared from the Los Angeles Public Library in 1996. And 5 years later, Angel and his crew go to look for her, and they find her. I really enjoyed that storyline. Another storyline that I enjoyed was when that demon goddess called Jasmine tried to take over the earth. And Jasmine was played by Gina Torres. It was really cool seeing everyone under her spell. And the only way you could see who she really was is you had to do this weird thing where you had to cut yourself and touch her or something like that, and then the blood would reveal her true identity. And according to the story, Jasmine doesn't really have a name. They didn't have names in the dimension where she came from. So when she came to Earth, they basically named her that. Jasmine was born via Connor and Cordelia. Connor happened to be played by Vincent Kartheiser. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, yes, he played Connor, Angel's rebellious son. The one thing that I don't get about Connor is that if both of his parents were vampires, how the hell did he come out human? I don't get that. Although he did have some supernatural abilities, like he could leap from buildings, he could jump off of a building and land on his feet. I'll admit that. Darla was his mother. She was played by Julie Benz. She was a recurring character. I like the show overall. It's just that the rest of the storylines are stupid. Like the one where Connor locks Angel in this box or whatever, and he's at the bottom of the ocean. It was just a dumb way to end this season. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, It wasn't, you know what I mean? I had mixed emotions about that particular scene because I'm like, how did this little runt lock his father in that thing like that? How was he able to do that? You would think that Angel was smarter than that. But the thing that really got me going is when Angel and Spike were in competition with each other. Spike died at the end of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as you know, and then he became corporeal again. And they were acting like children, trying to outdo one another. That was kind of annoying. And you'll have to pardon me, I forgot to mention Glenn Quinn. He passed away in 2002. He played Doyle, the demon-human hybrid. He had a crush on Cordelia. I think he died at the start of the show. Like a few weeks into the show, he died. And that was kind of disappointing because I actually liked Doyle. But then again, that's my opinion. Like I said, overall, it's a good show. My two favorite storylines are the Pyalea storyline and the storyline where Jasmine tries to take over the world and everybody worships her. One of the worst characters in the series, if you don't mind me saying so, would probably have to be Winifred Burkle, played by Amy Acker. And I want to clear up the fact that I don't dislike Amy Acker. I just don't like the character of Fred. I didn't like how they made her treat Charles Gunn. She treated him like he was nothing. Like, she basically walked all over him. You know, at least in my opinion. And she ended up cheating on him with Wesley Wyndham Price, played by Alexis Denisof. He's the real-life husband of Allison Hannigan, who portrayed Willow Rosenberg. But I didn't really like her character too much. Wesley was okay. I don't really have too much to say about Wesley because Wesley was just doing what any man would do, but then again, he was supposed to be Charles Gunn's best friend. I don't understand why he did that. It kinda sucked. But it is what it is. I think that a good sign of a great storyteller is when they leave you talking about it. And they left me talking about it. Some characters really made me hate them. And Winifred Burkle was one of them. Because I really, truly did not like the way she treated Gunn. I don't know, it just pissed me off for some reason. One thing I want to talk about before I leave is when Cordelia died. She had left the show for a while because she was in a coma, and she came back. And nobody even questioned how she got back, at least not to my recollection. They probably asked her a few things. It's been a while since I watched the show. I've forgotten about the show. And they never really got into how she got back or why she's back. She just started hanging out with them, and then when they went to turn around to say something to her, she was gone. So next thing you know, Angel gets a phone call from the hospital where she's staying, and it says that Cordelia died. And from the way that happened, I'm guessing she died in her sleep. I could be wrong about that. I also liked the storyline with Wolfram and Hart, where they sold the building to Angel, and he didn't want it at first, but he decided to take it so it could help him with his fight against evil. And ironically, Wolfram and Hart was one of the biggest sources of evil. So that was kind of weird, but there you have it. On Valentine's Day of 2004, it was announced that Angel would not be back for a sixth season. The reason that it is not coming back is listed here, but it's something that I don't really feel like reading. So what I'll do is I'll put the link in the description box, and if you want to read it, then you can. The last scene in the series left Angel and what was left of his gang fighting a pack of demons. Wesley ended up dying. Fred ended up dying. Cordelia did die, that's right. As I've told you throughout this review, I had my little complaints about the show, things that I didn't like about it, but overall I liked the show. I wish it would come back. I used to watch it all the time on Netflix. But that's my thoughts on Angel. October 5th, 1999 to May 19th of 2004. Thank you very much. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic, and I approve this message. Angel, starring David Boreanaz. You can catch it on TNT and Netflix. Thank you.